This is your Frontier Opening Bell. Let's get today started. Thursday, the 15th of December, the Nigerian stock market Wednesday, up by 0.23%. The biggest dip we saw across the markets recover was the GSE. The South African stock market fell below the 75,000 by 2.03%. The Egyptian market continued that upward trajectory where it started on Sunday, 1.50 in the positive reading. So let's just take the markets down and look up to the stories making headlines, starting from East Africa, where Telecoming has reportedly signed a deal with MTN Group, which is headquartered in South Africa, but operating in many African countries, looking to monetize what you call digital services or content across 21 African countries, all the biggest countries in Africa, including Nigeria. Kenya will be part of this new deal, which is about sports entertainment that Telecoming brings to the table, and MTN will share and will be able to monetize across its platforms. 21 countries out of 55 on the African continent. And Kenyan banks are looking to raise rates from January next year in line with the new guidelines on revised timetable for interest rates charged on to customers in Kenya, East Africa's largest economy. That is what everyone will be looking up to see when that comes into effect in the new year. And Ethiopia Airlines is looking to double its fleet of aircraft to 270 by the year 2035. Ethiopian Airlines, one of the iconic airlines on the continent. A lot of more bigger stories in the West Africa and Nigeria space, with Nigeria's new Naira notes already into circulation, goes to the hands of customers today. And the money market rates tightened yesterday on the back of the debt management auction, primary market auction, taking more than 200 billion out of the market. The central bank also took about 210 billion out of the market. Between the two auctions, we saw roughly 500 billion exiting the market. So interbank rates, like overnight money, tightened to about 16.5%. The World Bank today released a new updated development report on the state of Nigeria and the economy, looking at the policies and actions of the government with a bit of an outlook that is being put together and that's being released. It's been discussed. And Sunu Assurances, listed on the Nigerian exchange, is reporting for its third quarter in the September 15% uptick in gross premium, roughly 4.8 billion in Nigerian currency. And a new report by Fitch says sub-Saharan Africa's external debt servicing will hit about $22.3 billion next year if you exclude Zambia and Ghana. That's the report. Debt sustainability is a crunching issue so far this year for a number of African states across the board. Let's take a walk you through what's making headlines in Southern Africa, with the President Ramaphosa still holding on to his political life, as it were. But on the economic front, you've got November inflation coming in slightly slow at about 7.4%. Food prices, however, remain stubborn within the basket of goods and services used to calculate the country's headline inflation. And Botswana is going to host the 2023 edition of the Corporate Council on Africa, called the CCA US Africa Business Summit. And ESCOM CEO Andre Rota has resigned, but he will remain on that seat until the end of March 2023. As far as his successor is concerned, the jury is still out there whether the current Deputy CEO will be stepping into Andre's shoes. Visa made an investment on Wednesday at the U.S. Africa Business Summit that will be investing an additional $5 billion, $1 billion across African countries over the next 5 years. Visa is one of the big payment solution provider globally and is looking to key into Africa's emerging digital payment space. And Zimbabwe's minister in charge of mines has officially commissioned the $18 million Pickstone peerless mine in the country, and that is in the mining sector in southern African country of Zimbabwe. Let's look into North Africa just quickly with Libya's central bank reporting inflation rising to about 2.9% for last month. Sudan says it's inked about $6 billion worth of deals with the United Arab Emirates for a new port at the Red Sea. The European Investment Bank is giving Morocco about 100 million euros for the Nado port construction. That's part of investments from Europe into Morocco, one of its key development states in the North Africa and across the African continent. Egypt has denied news reports that the exchange rate of the Egyptian pound will go down, and there's a shortage of US dollar within the North Africa's biggest economy. And that is your Frontier opening bell brief for this Thursday. Go online, watch the show again, and you can follow us on Twitter, on social media handles such as LinkedIn, Instagram, and others, as well as Facebook. You can subscribe to this video as well as all of our videos on our YouTube. They are free. Please go there and go to www.frontierafricareports.com for our stories and other programming that we cover on a daily and a regular basis. Bye for now. Have a great day.